we actually did some pre-show planning to the extent that we just kind of went. It was text messages, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Where we were like, we need to talk about the 2016 Rio Olympics again.
Oh God!
Because the first time we didn't do it justice, and so we thought 2000. What do we say? 2016 Rio Olympics gold medal edition.
Are those still going on right now?
Yeah, I think basketball just. I was eating dinner earlier, and I think basketball just took gold. Women's were gonna win anyway.
The women, I mean, the women dominate.
Yeah, the women were, as far as I heard.
But the men, not as much as we'd like. Here's the problem.
Well, you're missing the point of the whole Olympics anyway, right off the bat. Go ahead, tell me the problem.
No, please, by all means.
No, just say it. I'm sorry. I just had to point that out.
The men will always fall short of the original Dream Team. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So gold is not good enough for us in that. You got to win every game by 100 because we assembled the greatest basketball team of all time. And now nothing can compare to that.
Can I make a bold statement?
Make it as bold as you want.
I appreciate the Dream Team. I lived in that moment. I was a kid back then. I loved them. It's a little overrated. It is. The teams that they were playing were not on par with some of these international teams that exist now. A lot of NBA players are from other. Okay.
There we go.
All right. Well, he's here, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome, Southside.
But a lot of the players now are from other. I mean, Tony Kukoc was like the only player from like Croatia, right? And he wasn't even really that good. He wasn't in the NBA yet then either, I don't think. In '92.
If he wasn't, he was shortly after that. Like, obviously he was shortly after that when he was with the Bulls, but I mean, he went to the Bucks, I think, first, if I remember correctly.
Who cares?
But yeah, I understand that.
That's what I'm saying. They're over. To me, holding on to that, we got to beat everybody by 70. It's not going to happen anymore. It's just not.
The game has evolved. That's why people from Europe are able to be in the league now. It's different.
Yeah.
They couldn't have been. They weren't good enough to play in the league then.
Right. And if they were, it probably wouldn't have been the same thing.
But I disagree because I think that team could beat a team today playing with like them playing the new way, the fast pace, the shooting.
As 50-year-olds?
Okay, you get what I'm gonna say here. Okay, they could have slowed that down. You had some of the greatest defensive players in the history of the game on that team that could have just shut anyone down.
I'm not saying that they aren't the greatest basketball team ever assembled. They are.
No, you're just saying they're overrated.
No, I'm saying I don't think that they are overrated. I think that when we debate these things, we overrate them based on the talent that they were up against. That's all I'm saying. If they played today, they wouldn't win by the same margins that they did then.
Probably more.
Here's why I think that. Number one, I found myself going, this team doesn't even have the best players on it. And then I thought about it, and they're really only missing 3 people. LeBron, Curry, and Russell Westbrook. I'm thinking of the talent-rich NBA and thinking, and then I'm like, well, a lot of those people that are good are from other countries. So
that means we got to step up our game. That means that the best talent was back in the 90s, and they're,
Well, we were one of like 9 countries that played basketball then too. So, that's where I'm coming from. I agree they're the greatest basketball team ever assembled. I just think, whatever. We're missing the point. I'm glad we're not talking about the actual team right now because this Olympics isn't about the actual athletics.
I think it's about the crime.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
It's not just the crime. There's a lot of things we need to go over today. But where do you obviously he wants to start with the gang banging swimmers.
Yeah, that was the funniest thing I ever saw in my life.
They fucking jumped a bathroom.
And then said they got robbed.
I can't hear your mic. Is it loud?
And then said they got robbed.
Okay, I heard you that time.
You remember when I saw this for the first time because I was actually with you last night. I hadn't heard this yet. I hadn't heard anything about it.
You found this out 2 a.m. last night?
Yeah, I read this on the bottom of the screen, and it was like, oh, my God. What makes it really funny is you would think, when you think, athletes that are going to destroy something, you would think of, an athlete that's involved in a sport that has maybe a lot of physical contact, maybe a lot. Swimming, I was a little taken back by that. Swimmers.
But they didn't really it wasn't like.
Well, think about it. One of the best swimmers in the world, or if not the best swimmer in the world, is a dope smoker. He smokes dope.
So what? That's
not.
It.
They party like 1999.
No, these dudes. No. These dudes are not.
They're used to taking on liquid.
No, these guys, these 4 are total douchebags. I mean, that kind of shit is like why people hated Justin Bieber. When he was pissing in a mop bucket in the back of a restaurant, and everybody was like, "He's a little punk bitch" and all that.
Didn't they prosecute
It's not
him
even
for that?
It's not even that big a deal.
Didn't they prosecute him for that? Didn't he get in trouble with the law?
I think he got in trouble from the law from driving like 107 down his road. That's like a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit, and then got put on probation. I don't know the timeline, but no. What I'm saying is what they did, like they peed and on the floor, broke a door or whatever. It's douche baggery.
I agree with that.
Let's start there. Let's analyze that portion of what happened first.
Do you think that the reason that they peed on the floor was because they were in the pool, they had been holding their pee all day long, did not want to pee in the pool with other people, and couldn't actually make it to the toilet? Do you think that's what started it?
Because they were drunk.
Well, what I think happened, and this is why the world hates Americans. This is why a lot of Americans hate Americans. These pampered little pricks, these little fucking cunts, if you will, waltz into some third world country gas station. Hey, quit fucking with that.
Hey, man.
Am I talking too loud? So they stumble into this bathroom and decide to fuck it up for fun. Guaranteed. There's no other reason that you do that. Like, whoa, we're out of here. Let's fuck this bathroom up, man. And then when shit got real, they're little cowards and come up with this elaborate story that they were robbed at gunpoint. No, you were put in check in gunpoint, and these people said, you're going to fucking pay us for the damage you did before you leave. Because we know who you are. You're obviously not from here. You're probably Olympic athletes. Give us what you have for the damage you caused to this fucking establishment.
$50.
I think it was like 30, but
it was 50.
Well, whatever. I think no. You don't know, and that I know.
No, I thought I heard him say on the news $50. I thought I heard him say 50. Maybe I'm mistaken.
You are.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say maybe I'm mistaken.
I would say you should look it up, but you would then get it wrong still, like
like the Beijing.
Yes.
Bring that up. Go ahead.
It's okay.
Was that on the agenda today?
No, it wasn't. But it was. You raise an interesting point. Whatever the dollar amount was, fuck it. Either way. So that's the story. So let's get 100% now that it's out there. Let's get Strizzy's take.
Before I get into that, do you remember the boy in Singapore, I think it was? Like when we were kids, it was like a long time ago, where he got sentenced to like caning or something, or like
for doing something dumb.
It was like he did something to some cars or something, or I don't know. He didn't do anything, and they caned him and it was a big thing. I could see that being a nice punishment. Like, okay, you want to do that? That's fine, but you get 12 canings for that, and you still have to pay the $50.
Well, they already paid the 50.
Right.
I mean, we're all going to analyze it as if this just happened in Philadelphia or something. Like extortion, whatever. Because I heard he came out with a statement today, and he's not backtracking at all. He's like, call it robbery, extortion, whatever you want. Now, their brand of justice, for all we know, and I don't know. I've never been to Rio. But for all I know, it seems like, hey, you fucked our shit up. Here's a gun. I'm pointing it at you until you fucking give me the money that you owe me for it. Because there's probably not a legal system there that protects everybody and shit. So it's like, no, I'll fucking kill you or you make it right. And they made it right. They could have just, you know what's funny about the whole thing? If they never said anything to anyone, we might not have known about this until like months later. And it might not even have been that big a story.
Well, it happened to be caught on video, a portion.
Sure, but the fucking cops wouldn't have fucking been going after that to prove their robbery story wrong, because they said it was fucking armed people dressed as cops.
Yeah.
And when you fucking do that, it doesn't matter what country you're in. Cops are gonna be like, "Fuck that! That didn't happen." And we're going to prove it. And then they did.
They really didn't lie about that, though. It was armed people dressed as cops. They
were
just happened to
guards.
actually be, security or cops.
But when you look, you know what I mean? They told the truth. What they left out was what got them to that point. Because they tried to say they got pulled over in their cab. And
a couple of them hightailed it right out of the country right afterwards. And
Lochte was on his scheduled flight out.
Bentz Conger leave Rio right after robbery scandal.
Well, I think that it's obviously it's embarrassing. I mean, the obvious things to talk about here are what,
I'm not embarrassed.
You're not?
Fuck no.
Well, they say here that one of these cats is going to pay $10,800.
Good.
So that doesn't embarrass you that somebody from your country went and acted like an idiot.
No.
During what?
There's plenty of types of people from America. We're not all the same. It's not. I don't have to defend their dumbass actions. I can just say, look, hey man, we have those kind of people here. There's even worse fucking assholes than that. You're lucky that those are the representatives of the country we sent there, because God forbid Alabama played a football game in Rio.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm telling the truth here.
Okay. I mean,
let them bring 150,000 of their fucking fans down there to a football game in Rio as representatives of America.
There's going to be a whole lot of conceiving, and no kid will be from that country. They'll all bring them back home. They'll all be
U.S. citizens. Just like Ted Cruz.
Oh, my God. You see, that's what I mean. We're not equipped to stay on point when you say things that are so far away from what we're talking about. You know?
I didn't start that. I just embellished. He was talking about all the conceiving going on and the kids.
About Americans being in another country.
Yeah.
Incestually.
It's okay. I'm just fucking with you, dude.
Most of the world doesn't like that.
That's true.
Most of the world doesn't like
Americans
because, one, we are notorious for blowing the littlest stupid thing the fuck out of proportion. Again, it makes me happy to see that. Remember that? But that's us. That's one of our things. that we have to accept. I don't, I guess, because I just laugh at it. But
I quite frankly am embarrassed by it. I mean, I'm embarrassed because, I mean, let's be honest. The Olympics are it's the most prestigious moment in an athlete's career.
I wish this was on video so they could see your smile when you said that.
An athlete's career, yeah. Like the ones in synchronized swimming. Their careers are seriously.
Oh, dude, listen. Hey. Oh, speaking of synchronized. No, finish your point, and then I'll tell you something.
No, that's it. I just really was going to try to go with just making fun of the Olympics.
Well, go ahead.
It's just the Olympics are not what the Olympics were when they were created. I mean, it was, I think you'd brought up on the last one about, it was better than.
It was a welcome change of pace.
Yeah.
At the time.
Now it's just kind of a.
It's fucking.
It just shows how wasteful of a world we are. I mean, we build these extravagant arenas and all these things, and then it's. What do you do with them afterwards?
Like World's Fairs.
I want to know what the fuck the viewership. I want to know because I was hearing this thing about in Atlanta, they had like 1,700 hours of footage, or some shit the whole time, and they were like they had enough. They were filming enough things to eclipse that the first day. You know what I mean? They recorded more in the first day of this Olympics than they did the entire games in '96.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, okay, so what other countries really give that much of a fuck about it? I just wish I was in another place to see if they are in bars cheering swimmers on. I was just amazed at how brilliant and breathtaking these games were. Like synchronized swimming, there was a Brazilian team where they were heavy favorites to win. And you can look this up. This is a true story. One of the teammates, these are women, one of the teammates stayed up the night before having a marathon fuck session with multiple guys. And then she was way off the next day, and they fucking lost.
And the worst part about
I swear to God, dude, that happened.
The worst part about it is
it's majestic.
The worst part about it is that they interrupted or whatever they broadcasted over many important other programs, such as like Big Brother, and some of the great reality shows.
Big Brother's on CBS, man. NBC had the Olympics.
Well, yeah, but
hate to fact check you, but
no, you're right. But I'm saying that there was some really important, like reality shows that were interrupted with the Olympics. Very important stuff. Those reality shows. I mean, think about the people that watch those shows. What happens to them when they're stuck having to watch synchronized swimming or diving or javelin throwing? Imagine that. What's going through their minds.
Here's what I want to bring up. So it's such a big deal to broadcast the games and to talk about them that they do interrupt these kind of shows. They interrupt the world for, what is it, like 3 months? I mean, that's how long it seems like it's on the damn TV.
It's like 9. I think it's 9 months.
But
yeah, it's at least 9 months.
But when this like shit show is over, people will talk about it for a little bit. But the funny thing is you don't. And then after that, nobody gives a flying fuck about until it's like, just before it's getting ready to start again, people will start talking about it.
Well,
4 years from now, we'll hear. Well, the next 3 months, we'll have, the Biles girl will have some commercials, like a McDonald's commercial, even though that girl has never even smelled McDonald's food in her whole life. And then, like, you know what I mean? Some of them, like Ryan Lochte might be might get like a True TV episode where, you know.
Well, I totally agree with that because here's the
Because nobody fucking cares.
and here's the big one. This is the big one. You're on the cover of the Wheaties box.
Nobody even eats Wheaties anymore.
When you go to the store and you see this person on the Wheaties box with a gold medal or silver medal or something, and you go, "Who the fuck is that?" You know?
Yeah.
I haven't known a gold medalist since Mary Lou Retton.
I haven't since Olga Corbett. So,
I mean, you know, the beauty and the grace of men's gymnastics, though. Come on, you don't know any of those guys on that team?
Hey, I know the one guy in old school that did the
Vince Vaughn did the rings.
No, not the rings. It was
The
Will
fat dude?
No, Will Ferrell when he did the floor exercise.
It was a beautiful.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. He should have been in the Olympics this year.
Dude, Vince Vaughn did the rings with a cigarette in his mouth.
Yeah.
And that fat kid did the vault or whatever that's called.
Yep.
I'd prefer you not call him fat. Maybe
Obese.
Well, just maybe
Big.
Heavy.
Portly.
not
husky.
slim, husky. I was husky. I still am husky, but growing up, I remember that like you get your pants size and you'd be like,
yeah. Why weren't they in the Olympics?
Husky.
I mean that Will Ferrell's
I
was
I
awesome.
have
Just
look.
awesome.
The highlight for me was being able to watch the men's volleyball team just come so close to even getting like sixth place or whatever. They were. I mean, look, dude, those guys were devoted to each other. They played great volleyball.
What do you think
Like
the best ratings
not
were?
beach volleyball, like volleyball. There's like men's volleyball in the Olympics.
The
In
best
badminton.
ratings, the best ratings in the Olympics was beach volleyball
For the women?
2-on-2 women.
Yes. And it should be. That's a very exciting. It's you know why? It only takes like 25 minutes and it's over. Like they're pretty cool, man. They're back and forth. There's some action. There's some ass too.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, it's TNA. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. You know, it's sports, and that got the best ratings. I even watched 2 minutes of that.
See, I
That's
didn't.
all it took, right?
So, okay, obviously our fans right now are listening to this. Most of them are probably agreeing to disagree with us because that's normally what they do.
They're not disagreeing with us.
But what do you – okay, so obviously we're – our view on the Olympics it's no big fucking deal to us. We think it's probably not to most of you out there. What do you think is the remedy to fix this? Eliminate the Olympics?
No.
Or should we start teaching our children to be more patriotic and to truly care about their country and to do everything that they possibly can to support anybody who is trying to support and showcase the freedom, the liberty of the United States of America? What do you think we should be doing right now?
We should sell red, white, and blue things. We should paint our faces all the time. Why do we need an event like this for us to fucking wear flags and have pom-poms and glitter and all that shit? We should be walking the streets like that all the time. That's what we should do.
They should have the Olympics once a year.
No. It'll
They
fade.
They should do it once a year instead of once every 4
They
years.
should do it once every 17
I was
years.
going to just say 20, but you're right. 17,
Yeah.
like the locusts.
Yes.
Let it come out every 17 years.
Is it 17 or 7?
Well, there's two different ones.
Cicadas are 7
There's two different locusts that come out.
every
And
17.
They're both breeds of cicada, but there's a 7 and a 17 year.
No, I like the way we're set up right now. Every other year we have an Olympics because it's summer, winter. It's every 2.
And I get so excited.
Dude, they have BMX. They have they have
I knew the
BMX.
fucking cricket was coming.
They have BMX racing,
So excited about
but they
the
can't.
Olympics.
They can't fucking have football.
Now, when I brought up football, you made the point that nobody else plays it.
They don't, but so what? Even if they're Canada does, and we play. England knows the rules now. Suit up. That's three teams: gold, silver, and bronze. Let's do it.
But don't they have
Shit, we can do a fantasy draft and just
they have football. They have football.
guys can play for other countries. You know, like Aaron Rodgers would be U.S.'s quarterback. We'll let Tom Brady be, Bangladesh's quarterback. Or
No,
something.
Tom Brady needs to be the United States because he's a Patriot.
He's a Michigan alum too, but he can represent. We can loan him out because he's like 64 years old. So you don't know what he has left in the tank 4 years from now in 2020 in Tokyo.
Beijing, right?
Yeah, Beijing. I mean,
Yeah, it was Beijing.
Tokyo. How in the
Beijing
world
is in Tokyo, isn't it?
yeah. I'm sure there's a little Beijing or a Beijing street or something. Sure, yeah.
How are people supposed to go there?
Yeah, how are they going to fit any more people?
And do they already have everything set up for all the events?
Well, I know how Ellen's going to get there.
Are they going to set it up near the? Are they going to set?
That was a segue.
Yeah.
You know about that, right?
Ellen
Yeah.
Degenerate.
Yes.
You do know what's happened.
No.
You haven't heard this yet?
No.
You didn't know she's a red-blooded Confederate racist piece of shit?
No, I did not.
Well, she is.
Oh.
According to
So,
complete morons, she is.
So in Tokyo.
No, look, you got to hear this, dude.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, whatever.
Go ahead. Yeah. I didn't hear this.
Well, no.
You need to know. I mean, this is
big
something
news.
this is something that could go 20 minutes.
Is this worse than Martha Stewart?
Yes.
Yeah, this is big.
You mean like as in huge?
Like
Yes.
Like huge.
Like huge. So you want to tell him?
No,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Tell him.
Okay, so Ellen.
Southside is dumb to this.
Yes, Ellen. Which I always knew there was something about her that wasn't like most people.
Dating back to her show, Ellen.
But what it turns out is she is a racist, and she photoshopped a picture of herself riding on the back of Usain Bolt.
On what?
Usain Bolt, the
You know who that is? You don't know who Usain Bolt is? The fastest person on the face of the earth.
Something I.
I'm glad. I mean, at least you know what? That makes me a little happy that he doesn't know who that
really
is.
Care about?
He's from Jamaica,
Uh-huh.
and he's really fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
like not just a little fast. Like I mean,
He's like stupid fast.
It's
But
ridiculous.
this camera guy,
I'm finished.
to put it in context, this camera guy took a picture of him like right before he's like looking to his right and left as he's about to cross the finish line, and it like appears like he's smiling for the camera, like he's looking right fucking at the dude right before they cross. Everything else is blurry, but his face smiling at the camera as he's about to win. And so Ellen photoshopped herself in there riding his back and said, "This is how I'm going to run my errands." Right? Which it has nothing to do with the color of the dude's skin. Right? I'm trying to help Ellen here. I know.
Well, I brought up a couple of points here. First one is, would this be a big deal if she had to get somewhere across the ocean, let's say, and rode Michael Phelps back, who is a human dolphin? I
Yes.
mean, this guy can get there faster than anybody. It would not be a big deal. People would be laughing. It would be funny. The other thing is,
I have an idea. Let's Photoshop pictures of us on Phelps's back and say
Doing things.
This is how we get to
the
England.
show.
This is how we get to the show across the river. Fuck crossing that bridge. Michael Phelps gives us a ride, bitch.
Do me on the back of an old cartoon of Fat Albert.
hey, I'm here.
Hey, we're here. Look, I got Southside on my back.
You know what? I mean, but if you just think, I mean, When I heard
I
that,
don't think,
I'm just thinking of
I'm
all fucking people, Ellen,
A
You're gonna-
white female lesbian
I,
is a racist now.
dude.
and believe me, I'm sorry, but I didn't mean Fat Albert in any kind of racist way or anything like that.
No, it's a show that existed, man.
But it's more the Bill Cosby voice thing that you had to catch, as far as Bill Cosby goes.
Yeah.
Here, take this before I put you on my back. I'll get you there.
Hey, Fat Albert, Fat Albert, why's my butt hurt so bad now that we got here?
Hey,
I agree with you. Your
I'm just
earlier
saying,
statement.
dude.
I wish the fans had a video of us right now. This is getting more fun
oh my God, it's just
every week.
it just can't even. I don't know, but you're absolutely right. I'm just saying, back to the Ellen thing. If you're out there and if you seriously think that Ellen is racist, you are like the worst kind of fucking human being there is. Here's what you should do, because clearly you don't understand context. You know what I mean? You should take your right hand or left if you're left-handed, right? And you should find the
Left-handed right?
You should find the closest garbage disposal. Okay? And you should put your hand down in it and let somebody turn it on. And then after that, you should take that mangled hand, widen the hole a little bit, and then put your face in it.
Are we back to cutting people's faces off?
I want to cut.
Oh.
Like, if you think Ellen is racist, you're like, I can't even I can't even focus on talking right now. I'm so fucking
I believe
furious.
I believe it's racist to call Ellen a racist.
It is. You're fucking closet racist.
I
You
can't-
are the racist.
I don't know a damn thing about it, and it sounds like racism.
I
It's
can't
blatant
believe
racism.
that the gays and lesbians haven't gone into an outrage and been like, "Why are you writing on a guy? Shouldn't you be writing on
Brittany
a female?"
Brittany Griner.
Brandon Griner?
I mean, that'd be racist
Or
and
a
sexist
mermaid.
at the same time.
Or a mermaid, or even
Little weird
You know,
fish sex? What do you-
what was that Little Mermaid? The Little Mermaid, yeah.
Yeah. The Little Mermaid was little Ariel,
Yeah.
if you will.
Riding Ariel,
Speaking of fish sex, dog sex is fun.
You want to see something funny, Dad? Long pause. So listen, I
Who
gotta
are you
show.
calling dead, biatch?
Just don't. I gotta show you something
Just
funny.
because I'm older don't mean I'm.
Look, don't just ignore it. Like you gotta learn to just let it
it
fly. Anyway, look at this. Look at that.
Oh,
Describe to our viewers what's happening there.
Yeah, they're stuck together after fucking, like dogs do.
Yeah,
And they stay stuck together for however long.
it was like 30 minutes, and his shit was all twisted up. His shit was all twisted up in there, dude. Ass to ass. I've never seen anything like that in my whole life. For all you that don't know out there, in my spare time, I own a dog. He's not 2 yet, but he's a
man.
He's a man now. He busted his cherry.
He got the ultimate ride. Not only did he get to knock one off, but he also got a reach around by his owner.
Yeah, I did. I put ice on his balls. That's what I was told to do. I thought they weren't there though. The balls were the reason that it was stuck in there.
What really interests me about all this is that the Olympics started this discussion, and it turned into dogs fucking.
Yeah.
Which is more entertaining.
Oh, I found more entertainment out of it. I didn't see the actual fucking. I mean, all I saw was her drag his ass into the living room. I didn't see the actual thing, but It would have been more entertaining than any of the events that I saw,
Yeah.
except badminton.
Yeah, or, you know, like I like to bring up old movies like Joe Dirt, when he was a foster child, that old lady
Had that dog
and
fucking
the
him.
dog was humping his leg, and he's like, "Can you take him off of there?" And she's like, "Well, he'll get off when he's finished."
He'll be done when he's finished.
Yeah, he'll be done when he's finished. Woof, woof, woof.
Hey,
Wow.
right to it.
You've been practicing.
He's sitting up here fucking with that.
No, I know things. I know things.
We got to the studio today, and I heard things before I even walked inside. And you were up here acting like you were playing music and stuff, but you've been up here all day long practicing.
Figuring out those buttons.
No, dude.
I mean, it's only taken you how many
doing
months?
Something else all day, standing on my four
Hey.
4 feet.
Hey, you guys want to go through some news stories?
What do you got?
The first one that comes up are photos. Rio says goodbye to the 2016 Olympics.
Yay!
Can we?
Okay, yeah, I guess I was cheering for us.
Hey, did you know that Carmelo Anthony retires from Team USA?
Oh man, can he retire from the league too?
It'd be better for defense.
I think him and James Harden should always be on the first team all defensive team for the NBA.
Yeah. James Harden, clearly the work he puts in, makes his existence worthy.
Yeah.
Now, see, there's the difference. Because you watch those guys during a regular season, that's their job. That's what they do. You don't see guys playing on rings and jumping on pommel horses all year long in competitions, professionally or whatever. You see it once every 4 years. Excuse me. At the Olympics,
No, but they do it all the time. It's just nobody is stupid enough to air that other than every 4 years. I mean, a basketball game, some people still like the NBA.
Yeah.
But
Nobody likes gymnastics except for the old out of shape
parents.
coach
The parents.
that is trying to live in the glory days, and the kids who hate it because their parents are making them do it. That's the only people that are involved.
Not only are their parents making them do it, they're like, if you want to fucking eat dinner tonight, you will go back out there and not fall off of that fucking beam again. We'll be here all night. I don't give a fuck. I don't got to work tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Well, why don't they do other competitions? We talked about this. Why don't they have little girl, the 4 or 5 year old girl beauty pageants at the Olympics? Why don't they have Olympic beauty?
No, that wasn't what you said.
No,
your event that you said, we left here and we listened to that and I thought, why did we not go into that?
the drive-by shooting.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a good Olympic sport.
I mean, they have those air rifles and all that. Like, fuck that. Make that practical.
drive-by shooting.
Yeah.
The U.S. would not have a shot at winning that.
Our technique
no.
is terrible.
When you cock it to the side and you throw the bullet, you can't hit shit.
No.
But would it have to be guns? Like, would everybody have to have the same vehicle and the same gun? Or like the people, like Tokyo, let's say we started in Tokyo, the Japanese team would all be on crotch rockets with Uzis, and
they're gonna fuck you up.
That shit's over.
They could do it like Alabama style, and you'd have a pickup truck and empty beer bottles, and you'd drive by and throw them at the signs.
Or that would be, maybe Missouri.
We've done that. We've done that before. Whatever.
Everybody's done that.
Do you want to switch gears, or do you want to? I'm just asking.
My clutch is going out, so you'll have to do it.
Okay. Because I got a Strizzy's take here that we got to get to. This
Bring it.
story is
I
fucking newsworthy.
and I really appreciate dropping the Olympics and moving on to something else.
Okay.
Because
You're tired of them?
I'm more tired of it now than I was when they were on.
Did we do a good gold medal edition?
Yeah, I think you guys earned gold on that.
We didn't talk about enough things. We really didn't. We didn't elaborate in Ellen enough, but that's okay. It was late in the game. Okay, here it goes. All right, here it goes. Okay, the title. There's a picture behind this title, but the title is "High School Uses quote soft failures to teach boys." Okay, and here goes the little sign that they have on their door. I'm going to assume it's a picture of. If you are dropping off your son's forgotten lunch, books, homework, equipment, etc., please turn around and exit the building.
I heard that story. Yes, I did.
No, go ahead. Give me your take.
Okay, my take on that is how else are these young men going to prepare themselves for the Olympics if they don't know to bring their equipment or their I'm
You
just
know
kidding,
what?
Southside.
You know what equipment they're probably talking about? What was that thing called that had the metal, a compass
A compass.
for like geography or whatever? So go ahead.
So basically, what they're saying is they don't want parents to, I guess, coddle their children. You know, if they forget their lunch, they just have to go without.
Yeah, you got to starve.
Well,
Because you've
you
never
said
woke up in the morning and forgot anything. And that sign should say, if you're the principal and you forgot anything, you're fired. Fuck you. You're done.
there's a whole lot of different ways to look at that.
Absolutely.
No, there's an age thing involved here. I mean, when we're talking like pre-middle school and they're young kids and they forget their lunch, I put a lot of that responsibility on the parent themselves. A 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old kid.
That's because the kid didn't forget the lunch. The fucking parent did.
Should be handed the lunch and say, "Here you go, little Johnny. Here's your lunch. You got all your books and everything ready for school." They're the ones that are supposed to get them into the habit of bringing their shit to school. That's what you learn at home. Now, when you're 17 or 18 years old and mommy's bringing your lunch to school, I could see somebody saying, "Sorry, little Johnny, but you're a little bit old to be, forgetting your lunch."
I hate to get shitty about that, but fuck that. That's horseshit. There's circumstance. Motherfucking people forget shit. How often does that happen? They're acting like fucking every day 70 parents are dropping things off for the kids and it's annoyance. So fucking what? He forgot something. I don't see student, I see boys. If that's a female fucking principal, switch that around. Have that be a male principal saying, "Sorry, girls, you forgot your fucking bra. I don't give a shit." It doesn't matter. Turn the fuck around, Mom. You ain't coming into my school.
Well,
Let that motherfucker starve to death.
Normally, they wouldn't even let the girl in school if they found out she didn't have a bra.
Yeah, she'd get sent home. That's correct. But
I'm
But
glad
that's
you
true,
said
though.
eat,
It's true.
starve to death after a bra comment. That was a little odd. Like
well,
you're
it's
eating
just a
bra.
lot of things on the list.
I get it, but here's my question to all this. Very good point. I wasn't even really going there with it. Boys and that, but. And I understand people forget.
Kids. I'm just saying kids.
I'm one of the worst people in the world when it comes to forgetting things. Anybody that's close to me knows that I don't even know what day it is half the time. But who decides what issues to tackle? I mean, if we're going to say, if little Johnny forgets his lunch, Mom, you're not coming in here and giving him the lunch. why don't we also say if you're an adult and you forget to go out and get a job, turn your ass around from the fucking freebie line and you ain't getting shit. Like, who decides what issues in this country we're going to tackle? I think this is...
I almost guarantee you, I don't even have, I mean, I hate to be biased, but I can almost guarantee you that that's either in Texas, Arizona, or Indiana.
Well, it should
I didn't
say-
even open the fucking thing.
Yeah.
I don't even want to.
Yeah.
I'm just going to let
No,
everybody,
I
I'm going to
think
let the
there's-
fans tell me if I'm wrong on that.
I think there's certain situations, myself, as you're older and,
Hey.
and you become more responsible.
Let me ask you a question since you're older and you have kids. If one of your kids had, let's say, a huge fucking game on a Tuesday night that school profited from, big time, sold a bunch of fucking tickets, had a good concession night, game lasted till 11:30 p.m. on a Tuesday. That kid got to turn around. He's got to wake up at fucking 6 a.m. to get his ass to school. We're talking, probably on 4.5, 5 hours of sleep at the most after a shower and exhausted from that fucking said game that the school profited from. And he forgot his fucking lunch. That could happen. And you, as the parent, went up there and said, fuck, my boy forgot his lunch. Packed with protein to recover from the fucking exhaustive evening he put in for that school the night before, and you saw a sign like that, and they told you, turn the fuck around. I don't give a shit. He shouldn't have forgot that.
Well,
Would
that's
you
why I
not
say-
want to punch your fist through anyone in front of you's face
I totally
out the
agree.
back of their head?
I totally agree. There, like I said, there's situations. Now, if it was your kid and he was out with his friends and they were partying until 11:30 at night, getting drunk and staying up, and he's supposed to get up and go to school smelling like alcohol and forgets his lunch, then what do you do?
Well, that sign would say, if I smell booze on you, you might as well fucking turn around. If you drank the night before, turn around, because if I smell it on you, you're expelled anyway.
Yeah, but even if they didn't smell it on him, so...
I hate to keep taking it back to this place, but I mean, I can't get past the point that people have started to attack groups of people that they think they can empower. See, like the principal is saying, well, I'm going to put my foot down on these young students because the rest of the world, we can't do it to these groups of, people that don't have jobs, all the freeloading motherfuckers.
They're trying to
out
stop
there.
freeloading motherfuckers.
I understand they're trying to stop it, but I think that I don't know that message. I mean, it's pretty ballsy by the guy that did this, the principal, the guy or girl. I guess I should say guy or girl that did this. Pretty ballsy, but focus your attention on like real issues.
We live in a reactionary society. We don't do anything. We don't like do anything or the word I'm trying to think of.
You do a lot of
Preemptive?
things pre.
But
Preemptively?
Preemptively.
That's
We
a
don't do-
preemptive fucking thing.
No,
School
what
hasn't
I'm
even
saying-
been in session that
see,
long.
We're reactionary, okay? There's that water slide incident that happened. This kid got killed going down this water slide, okay? One kid out of how many hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people that went down that water slide and didn't get killed. And then you have one kid get killed, and all of a sudden, it's all over the news. They've got to do something to change it so that, nobody's going to get killed on it. No matter what they do, there's going to be an accident. Something's going to happen. But we live in such a reactionary society, these kinds of things happen all the time. One thing happens, like one kid forgets his lunch, and all of a sudden this principal wants to send every kid home or every parent home that brings their lunch, brings the kid's lunch to school. Some little kindergartner, goes to school, or first grader.
This principal really thought this was going to win some popularity. See, I'm
Yes.
going to single-handedly change this. Going back to, accident happening and then it changing. I agree. How many people got injured by lawn jarts before they had to change those to those little, the weighted things?
I mean, who thought lawn darts was a good idea anyway?
When I was even younger than that, they had these glass balls that were on a string, and they were called click clacks, and you'd hit them up and down. They'd go click clack, click clack, click, and explode after a while because they build up heat from the.
and you just hope you're lucky enough to be the one that gets a shard of glass in your eye. So you can sue the fucking manufacturer for $1 billion and never have to do shit again the rest of your life.
But you see, these changes and these kind of things, the only reason they happen is because, reactionary, I understand that, but people are doing this to benefit from it. See, so somebody comes in and steps in and says, hey, we're going to shut down this water slide. You got to make all these changes because somebody is going to make something that is going to make it safer, and they're going to be able to sell that product. This person is probably running for office or something in the town where this school is at, and thinks, I'm gonna make the change, and he's trying to get some votes. She's trying to get some votes. Whoever this is, in the end, I agree. If little Johnny forgets it multiple times, maybe he's a fucking moron. But there's bigger issues out there.
Way bigger. Way bigger. I guarantee you, if some investigative journalist out there, and I challenge you, if you're listening to this and you're an investigative journalist, find out where that school is. Get their records. Figure out the test scores of their kids. Find out how fucking horrid that faculty is and expose that principal for that. And say, you know what?
You think it's a diversionary tactic?
No, I don't think. Well, maybe, because look, this is how stupid people are. If you got something to hide, generally, if you try and deflect it because you know something's coming down,
you attract.
You don't realize that you are actually attracting it.
Well,
because we're just some fucking schmucks talking on a fucking, in some room somewhere, and we're talking about it. So,
and here it is. Here's how you put it, the weight on the principal. The principal should make an announcement 5 minutes before school is over. Everyone, don't forget your lunch. Don't forget your stuff for sports. The principal should be the one making announcements, reminding the kids before they go home so it's on their mind. It's his fault. It's not the parents. It's not the kids. It's the principal's fault. So it needs to be turned around on the guy who's trying to blame everybody else because his responsibility is to make sure these kids are learning.
Sure. I have to agree with Strizzy's take. There's way bigger issues than kids forgetting things. Okay?
Yeah, exactly. So
and if they did forget them, so fucking what? So fucking what? It's not that big of an inconvenience to have, somebody fucking drop it off in the office and they can come get it at recess or during fucking a shift in class. They don't. The parents obviously aren't going into the classroom. Oh, hey, Mr. Jackson, my son, I forgot his lunch. Let me just go over there and give him a hug while I'm here and test him in front of all his friends so he can get kicked up and beat down at fucking recess. Let me just. That's not happening. They're dropping it off in the office, and some fucking. I'll bet you it wasn't even the principal. I'll bet you it was some cunt fucking receptionist that got sick and tired of having to fucking get on the phone, take her fucking ass away from Candy Crush, because that's the only game she's played for the last 10 years, and fucking actually do her job or his.
I'm so glad you said that, because the next thing
it probably wasn't even the principal.
It probably was the assistant principal setting up the principal
to get fired.
So they could take over.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit.
Conspiracy.
That's the kind of shit it is.
You like that, don't
That's
you?
not a conspiracy. That's one fucking person, dude.
No, but he could have been working with.
We've already went over this.
He could have been working with the receptionist.
Okay, that is a conspiracy.
Who
listen, Southside
is reporting.
You two are on the same page.
He's reporting. He or she is reporting to the assistant principal. What's going on. So it's a it could be a conspiracy to screw over the principal and take his job. It's possible.
Let's give ourselves a pat on the back for how socially conscious we are. Do you know how many times we said he
Yeah, I know.
or she,
Yeah.
thinking,
All right.
you know what? That's good. That's fine. We can do that. I mean, that's not really.
What if the principal? Hold on. I just thought this just came up. What if the principal used to be a Catholic priest, and he actually doesn't want any parents showing up to give anything to the little boys during the day
Yeah.
because he's busy teaching lessons?
Yes. He wants to strike you down to make sure that you know what you did is wrong. And if you tell anybody about this, I'm telling you what. What do you? Oh, he turned on a fan.
Surprised he's not telling me that air's coming out of there.
Well, it's not because this.
Right.
Oh, the air's done for the year. And the first day when it went back into the 70s, the air is done. No more. Yeah, you know what I'm saying is accurate.
The day before.
That air's been working hard all summer, man. Woo. This is like the first day it really didn't have to be on.
Yeah, and I guarantee it's the first of the rest of the season.
Nah.
That air won't be on
Nah.
ever again.
Nah.
Yeah, it won't be on until it won't be on until June.
A month and a half.
What did you just call me, a June?
You're a June bug. Hey,
That's a racist statement, calling me a June.
that's not racism. That's religion. Race ain't got nothing to do with that.
No.
That's all religion.
But do people look June?
I guess you could classify somebody as a June.
I mean,
Yeah, you
Yeah.
look.
you look June.
You look March.
Yeah. Like if they wore like a weird hat.
You
and like,
February motherfucker.
Go February yourself. You June.
Eat my August.
Yeah, get the fuck off my September, you piece of shit. That's fun. That's actually fun. I enjoy that.
like trading out words.
Yeah.
That is fun.
That guy is one March motherfucker.
Like this one. Like the judge, Southside. I like you guys. That's a good one too. Trading out a word that you really want to say.
Yeah, like
right.
yeah,
Right.
like you're a like
You're some swell
you're
fellas.
a friend.
You're one of the
You're just-
one of the nicest guys I've ever met.
You're just like a flippin' friend. I want you to eat bread
Lots
and
of
live.
Eat bread and live, my friend.
Eat bread and lots of.
What's the
lactose.
opposite of suck?
Blow.
That doesn't work either.
So
I was gonna say, yeah,
are you trying to? Are you coming on to me?
no,
I was gonna say
that's a
because we
derogatory.
hey,
We've already
You're already
nixed-
married.
We've already nixed all that talk.
no,
two
you won't marry me. We
No.
haven't talked about him yet.
Marry me,
Marry me.
dude. That was. I mean, I hate to dredge up the past, but that was fucking classic. That was classic entertainment.
Speaking of dredging up the past, I've actually been reaching out to the fans, trying to find out, what's your favorite moment, who's your favorite person on the show. I've been asking people to share it, like it, comment, subscribe, for a chance to win some money. And the voting polls are not going to stay open forever, folks. And I just want to put a reminder out there on the air one more time. Think of the greatest moment to date or who you like the best. Get on there, vote. We are going to randomly select one person to win money. If you don't know what I'm talking about, get on the page
And see
and see what it's all about.
the Facebook page, right?
Yeah, the Facebook. Strizzy and the Judge. Get on there for a chance to win some money. This is legit. It's real. It's going to happen. And for all of you that have already shut this off, fuck you. For the ones that are still listening, you get a chance.
I wouldn't even call it a fuck you. I would. That's a fuck you.
And I want
Right
I
at
want to
you.
thank the one person that voted for me. I got a vote so far.
I saw.
I heard. I haven't looked. I don't pay attention to things.
I got a vote.
I don't pay attention to things, but I heard I was blowing it out of the water.
You have a
Commanding lead, right?
Almost at this point insurmountable.
It's probably insurmountable. I'm the man. Hey, the judge. It is what it is, my friends.
It's because you're such a nice guy.
So fans,
it's because I drive a Mini.
No, what I think it is
You're
is
full of cookies and cream.
The
It's
fans,
great,
the fans out there right now, they feel really bad for you. That's what it is.
It's a what do they call that? The
mercy.
It's a mercy vote.
Well, it's kind of like they're thinking of you. They're picturing who you are as a person. Okay, they're picturing what you look like, who you are, the things that you believe in, and they go, you know what? I bet you that person
needs help.
Has to call their mom and dad to bring them stuff to school because they've forgotten it. We're going to win this gift certificate and donate it back to him. That's why you're winning.
You're right. But I'm a grown up now. I go to work and forget things, and I have to have people bring it to me. Not just I try to play it off because I don't want just my mom and dad to come, but I have people.
You know what I?
You don't know about them.
You know what I hate?
What?
I hate people who create Facebook pages for their pets.
I do too.
I hate it.
Ass
I hate it
clowns.
because it tricks me.
Ass clowns.
And I wonder, who is this person? I've never met this person.
I've got some friends that have Facebook pages.
And they're total douchebags. You should tell them that too. You should be like you're my friend. We can be honest with one another, right? I know you. I've known you for a very long time. You know, this is what you tell them, right? You're a douchebag.
No.
And you don't replace the word with something.
I was just going to say what you say is, you know what? Thank you for doing that. That was the coolest thing I've seen today.
If I didn't know what your pet was up to, I don't know what I would do in my life.
It pisses me off because I look recently. This happened. Okay,
It's a parody of Facebook.
I personally became friends.
It's
with
gone
a
too far.
Do you realize?
Sorry, go ahead.
I personally became friends with a pet unknowingly, and I continued to see this name, and I thought, I've got to know them. I know most of these people. You know what? I'm gonna become friends. Maybe this is like an aunt or an uncle or a cousin that I never met. So I became friends with this person, only to find out that it was a fucking dog.
You're friends with a dog.
Okay.
See, a parody happens like once in a blue moon. It's funny. It runs its course. It's beyond that. Like, have you ever seen The Other Guys with Will Ferrell and Marky Mark? Where Marky Mark can fucking dance, like he can ballet dance, and Will Ferrell's like, how the fuck did you do, how do you know how to do that? And he's like, we used to fucking do that to make fun of the sissies in our neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like, you went out of your way to learn how to do ballet to make fun of someone. You don't have the Facebook page for fucking 17 years and call it a parody.
And update
it's an all-out, you fucking give a shit at that point. Not you, but your friend.
It's a parody. It's just to show that Facebook's a big joke.
Okay, well, I think I just explained why it's not, but that's okay.
I think that Facebook, for the most part, is a joke, except for Strizzy the Judge page and any of our fans that have pages. True. I think it's wonderful. Now, if you want to make fun of Twitter, we can do that all day long.
Till we get one.
We can do all that. We will have those, yes.
Facebook has its good points and it's got its bad points. I'll give it that.
Here's the problem is that you really can't. I mean, I don't want you to suck my Facebook. You know what I'm saying? You can suck my Snapchat and my Twitter. But I don't want you fucking with my Facebook.
Okay, I'm going to say this. For the fans out there, I'll even take it one further. You could suck my dick.
And I'll eat your shit, but you ain't sucking my Facebook. I'm sorry.
And I still have the pan here.
Suck my dick, bitch. Oh, we could give that away too.
I've got
Hey.
I still have the sterling silver tray for the shit to be on.
Bottom line is,
Whoever's got the guts
we-
to come over here and shit on this tray.
look, we've made little to no effort to expose ourselves to the community. Right?
Well, you can get arrested for that.
Yes, but I'm just saying, it's up to the fans to do that for us. Unzip our zippers. Could you hear that? Did it work?
Oh,
It
yeah.
worked.
Oh, yeah.
And expose us to the world. Click, share, however that works. I don't really even know.
Just comment,
But-
share,
Yeah.
subscribe.
Go to the YouTube. You got to go to the YouTube.
You know,
and
I think we're
subscribe.
just saying this too late into the we should fucking start with this. Maybe we should
did.
just, you know what,
We
I'll
did.
tell you what, we'll split this up into two.
and start it.
We'll start it here for the second one, or first, and then start the other one there.
No. Here's what I say.
Let's do it like Pulp Fiction. Let's start there, but here, and then back to there, and then here again.
Or let's just put it
Fans
up.
really like that.
Let's just put it up, and let's keep pounding it down your throats because that's what you guys want. You want us to keep reminding you. So I'm going to ask you one more time, and then I'm going to put a clickable link on our Facebook page. Like us, comment, share it with all of your friends. Go on the channel, subscribe. You will not be sorry. I promise
No.
you. This is only going to get better.
And allow us to penetrate your hearing senses with our loads.
And I dare you. I dare anybody to say they weren't entertained by this. That's the dare. I dare you to say you weren't entertained.
It's not going to be possible.
Well,
But
There's so many ways for you to be entertained. It's from a perspective, you shouldn't like it. You really shouldn't.
that's why I say you should.
You shouldn't.
weren't entertained.
But you
Just
do.
like, you know,
And if you don't,
just like you're
you're a coward because you haven't told us.
marching June hole. You know, same kind of thing. You know, it's context. It's all context.
it's all context.
You're
I
fucking
agree.
you're a January face, and you deserve no less than to be marched into May and shot down in July.
You know,
There you go.
October you.
Yeah. And, your name is Phyllis and your last name is Hassop.
I had to say that one.
You had to do it in your
I had to
head.
do it. Fill his ass up. I like that. I mean, I don't personally like that, but
Well, that's your preference.
that's my preference.
There's plenty of people that do, and that's fine.
If I was going to, no, I'm not going to go there.
Well, there's plenty of a variety for everyone. I'm trying to include every single person possible to enjoy this show. Except anyone who thinks Ellen's racist. You're not invited. Fuck you. Turn it off now.
I'm going to re-invite you. I want you to come on. I want you to tell us about it.
Yeah, if you can come up with a fucking valid reason for her actually being racist, I'd like to hear it. I really would. Like Paula Dean, that shit was racist. It's not
Fuzzy
racist.
Zeller?
It's not really racist. Yeah. Oh, Fuzzy Zeller, that was fucking. I mean, come on, dude. How much shit did he get about that? Like fucking none.
To me, that was just comedy.
No, that's not comedy.
That was comedy.
No,
man.
that's
You have a
fucked up.
sixth sense of humor. You.
That
Yeah, I know,
thought
dude.
that
That's
was hilarious.
no,
man.
that's not hilarious. That's
That was
not.
hilarious.
We don't.
If they were
condone it.
fucking buddies and they were doing that on the side, look, dude, look, I'm all for freedom of speech, man. I think it's great. I enjoy it. But in that context, you know what I'm saying? We're not popular enough to go out in front and really say what we're saying,
Right.
like on a soapbox. That motherfucker was like on a soapbox. It's cool, dude. He can feel that way. I'm not. Hey, look, it is what it is. That's his choice. You might have thought it was funny. Plenty of people probably did. I'm just sitting there thinking, if it's okay, it's fine, whatever. He can be racist. That's great. But that was fucked up.
I have a
It
question.
was fucked up,
Would
what he said.
would it have been as racist if directly after that some white reporter would have went to Tiger Woods and said, "Tiger, did you play at the Masters?" And he'd say, "Yes, Masters." Oh, that's gonna get cut out. I could tell.
No,
Yes, Masters.
That's the other end of the racist part of that thing. I'm sorry, but there was a whole faction of certain people that were wanting the name of that particular golf tournament changed for the very reason that it was called the Masters.
I don't think those are probably black people that wanted it changed. That seems to me like some PC police that are just fucking douchebags. Just like these people. Most of the people right now that are calling Ellen racist are probably white. I'm just going to throw that out on a limb.
It's that diversion thing.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's. But I'm sorry. I hate to pick my spots, but that one I don't like only because Tiger Woods is like my dude. So anybody that says anything about him, fuck you.
I wasn't being racist there. I was simply stating,
That would be funny if he did say that. That was a hypothetical. That wasn't racist.
Yeah. I mean, because I'm obviously not racist.
You can't be. You have to be like in a position of power. You can be prejudiced. You can't. You physically and emotionally cannot be racist in the position you're in life. If you were a cop, you can be racist. You can use your prejudice to fucking affect somebody. Like, for real. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying, don't. See, here's the problem. Everybody that just heard that immediately thought white cop, black kid. You know what I mean? And that's that is the problem with our society right now. Because you went right to it. When I described that situation, you were thinking of an officer wearing a blue shirt, a badge, and the color of his skin was white, and you were thinking he was in a position of, you know what I mean? Which is probably the case, but it could be a black officer that doesn't like white people and fucking fucks with a white dude.
That has not happened yet.
Well, most of the time it doesn't, because predominantly fucking people don't want to admit it, but there is some white privilege here.
There's some white privilege, and there's also some.
There's some people sick of hearing about it.
Per capita, I think that. I'm not going to touch that.
Yeah, we should probably just stop. We're not pros at that level yet. We will be.
Who wanted the name of the Masters changed?
You suck at fact checking as it is. You're gonna pull up some fucking stupid Yahoo answers. You're over there mad. I mean,
oh, I'm not mad.
what? How far are we? Should we cut ties?
Yeah, it's almost time to
wrap it up.
Are we gonna try for a word?
Oh, I got a word. I don't know if you guys do.
I'm just gonna go.
don't.
It's actually 2 words.
Well,
actually 2 words.
Well, you're wrong. 2 words.
Yeah.
I don't have one. We can try it, but why don't you guys do it? I'll count and see what you guys.
We're
do.
wrong because
He's got 2 and
words.
you got 1.
Well, I know what mine is.
Okay, well let's just say one. Say anything. For those of you out there that don't
I gotta
know,
go back. I gotta go back and think about the whole show.
For those of you out there that don't know, at the end of each show, we count down and we say something that stands out in our mind, whether it be a word, a phrase, a name, an event, something. And so far, we've been pretty close, and it's just kind of to show you that how close we really are, how our thinking is. Sometimes we miss it.
We're going to miss it today because I'm going to say something that wasn't said at all.
Okay, well, that's going to happen.
I know what mine is.
I
don't usually get in this. It's just you guys.
Dude, here's the deal. I swear to God. I don't remember anything I've said to this point, and you know why.
Yeah, I know why you're
But
drunk.
no, it's not drunk. I don't.
Well, let's try it. Let's do it.
I'm gonna ruin.
Here's I'm gonna add into it today just for the hell of it.
I like
because
it.
I never have.
Wait, yours is one. I'm gonna try and figure yours out. It's one
Mine's
word.
just 2 words.
It just is.
We could be pretty close when we think about it. But ready?
Yep.
And a 3 and a 2 and a 1.
Ellen.
Ellen DeGeneres.
I said Ellen.
I like it.
I said Rio Olympics.
Oh, I went with 2 words because I was
Well, that
So we
doesn't
got
matter.
Yeah,
We
you
got
guys
it.
got it though. See, that's
We
the
got
thing.
it.
I was gonna say cell phone tower. It's the most random fucking thing I could think of to fucking ruin it, but.
Well, thank you guys, fans. We appreciate it. Keep supporting. We're not going away, so get on our page.
Yep. Thank you.
Subscribe. We'll be back next week.
Hey, we're guaranteed 1 view every time.
Us.
So as long
Checking to make sure
as
it
long
went up.
as we have views, we're always gonna do it. So fuck you.